Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen. The Acolyte was cancelled because it was dog shit. And basically no one watched it. So it wasn't cancelled because it was dog shit. It was cancelled because no one watched it because you're catering to the minority, therefore the minority watched it. That's how it works. When you cater to, the vast majority of people, you'll make bank. And movie studios need to learn this again. And, by proxy, I guess. TV studios, which Disney kind of is now. But they spent $180 million catering to the smallest percentage of the population. Very, very stupid. Very, very, very dumb. And in a capitalist society, you can't do that. You have to cater to the majority. Because otherwise, you go bust. So, there's some new details on why it was cancelled. Revealed. And then also, weirdly, there was another actor that was going to play Master Soul, which was played by Lee Jung-jae. Wouldn't have saved it. And actually, Lee Jung-jae and Manny Jacinto. So, as much as we can all rip on the Acolyte, and it's very, very, very much deserved because the writing, is worse than film school. The two great elements of this show was Manny Jacinto and Lee Jung-jae. Both of their acting was great. They were the best thing in an otherwise trash series. And Lee Jung-jae himself literally learnt English for this role. He deserved better than the Acolyte. Let's put it that way. So, hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on. Let's take a look. The Acolyte. New details on why the series was cancelled. Revealed. Along with an A-list actor who almost played Master Soul. And for those that don't know, this is Master Soul here. Alright, this dude here. So, let's have a look, shall we? Earlier this week, we got word that Disney and Lucasfilm will not be moving forward with the second season of The Acolyte, despite several major storylines and character arcs being left unresolved by the end of the season 1 finale. And for those people that are like, oh, it's not cancelled, it just wasn't renewed. No, it was cancelled. They spent $180 million on this, and they left it on a cliffhanger. They 100% were setting it up for multiple seasons. Like, it doesn't matter that you can't be like, well, it wasn't renewed. Yeah, that's still a cancellation. Now we'll probably get some like comic or something like that. Although there is the potential that they'll just wipe it completely clean. Which would be interesting if they did. If they were like, suddenly, that was like, what if Star Wars? Is there a what if for Star Wars? I wonder. That would be funny if they did, though. So the decision was met with a mixture of indifference and disappointment. But it's clear that a lot of Star Wars fans and some of the actors involved with the show were surprised by this development. Yeah, anyone who just wasn't paying attention was surprised by this. And you've got comments like this from Manny Jacinto and Lee Jung-jae. They're like, well, we're surprised. What? Lee Jung-jae says he was personally quite surprised by the news. So he said the following to EW. As you know, my character had already died in the first season, so I wouldn't have appeared in the second season if there was one anyway. But personally speaking, I really loved Leslie's writing. I hope he's being diplomatic because the writing was terrible. I thought that she was a great writer and director who was very talented in the storytelling, as well as creating characters and creating meaningful structures within the story. So I was actually personally really looking forward to watching a season 2 with her at the helm. Alright. And he also says, honestly, I'm hoping that maybe there could be changes in future, because you never know what's going to happen. So on a personal level, I really hope we could get to see further stories of Leslie's second season. God, I really do hope not. Manny Jacinto shared this. Sure, fine. Whatever. But anyway, let's have a little look at some more stuff. So basically, Jeff Snyder essentially revealed his reasons, the reason behind its cancellation. So, it said this. FYI, by the way, they could just not have told anyone, but they chose to publicly distance themselves from it. And that speaks volumes, I think. That's an interesting turn of events from a PR perspective. Because Rian Johnson's series of movies, they're never happening. But they keep telling us that they are going to. It's a weird turn of event. Like, that is quite odd, actually. Of all the things, this is the one that they choose to distance themselves from. Weird. Now, this is interesting. He does actually have it wrong as well, by the way. So it says this: insiders explain that the Acolyte was cancelled because viewership was bad, and that there's really nothing more to it than that, even though at least one cast member said they were surprised by the decision. I'm told that the Acolyte's viewership collapsed following the first 2 episodes, whereas with Andor, viewership steadily climbed throughout the season, so the show was renewed for season 2. Andor also drew exceptional reviews, whereas the Acolyte's reviews were more mixed. Now, Jeff Snyder's right most of the time, but this comment is dumb, and even a cursory Google search would have shown you that he's wrong with this. So Andor was greenlit as 2 seasons. That was the agreement. It's a contractual thing. It was always agreed that it would be a 2-season show. That's why he signed up. Like, they locked themselves into those 2 seasons. That was it. It was locked in. They couldn't not do the season 2. It was a locked-in agreement, contract. They are literally contractually, I can't speak, contractually obligated to do season 2. Now, he is right that the Acolyte viewership did collapse. Yeah, obviously it did. But Andor didn't get a season 2 renewal because its viewership climbed. It got it because it always was going to have a season 2. That was always the way. Now it says this: like all shows, The Acolyte was subject to an extensive notes process, but at the end of the day, it was very much the show that Headland wanted to make. So dog shit then. But who is the individual that was going to be potentially Master Soul? Snyder also commented on a recent rumour that Keanu Reeves was originally up for a role in the series and believes he was indeed Headland's first choice to play Jedi Master Soul. Keanu Reeves. I'd like him to be a Sith, you know. I think he'd be better as a Sith. Quiet, reserved, brutal when he moves. That would be good. But yeah, so he was apparently up for Jedi Master Soul. Actually, that was Headland's first choice. Apparently a scheduling conflict prevented him from signing on, and the part went to Squid Game star Lee Jung-jae, which, good for him, because again, he quite literally learnt English for this role. Bloody what a legend. And apparently Kathleen Kennedy's job at Lucasfilm is safe, at least until Q2 of next year, so she's not going to be fired. Right, okay, cool. She should be, though. She has consistently destroyed every single property that Lucasfilm has to their name. Willow, done. Star Wars, done. Indiana Jones, done. What else does Lucasfilm have? What a shit show. Let me know what you think down below. Cheers, take care. Bye-bye now.